I am exhausted. But there's a good reason for that because I'm actually up very early. Well, first of all, good morning and happy hump day. But for us Christians and Catholics, it's happy Ash Wednesday. Yeah, actually, the service I'm going to is at 6:45 this morning, and that's when I'm getting my ashes. Before I do any of that, let's get to my low, my high, and my act of kindness. My low is that I'm tired. Pretty obvious. My high, you know what, my high, you know what, much like the temperature outside, my high is that it's warm. I don't know, that sounds cheesier than it needed to be. But it really has been nice out lately. Like, all the snow that was in the giant parking lot outside of my window is almost gone. You got a few spots here and there, but I think that's from when snow plows piled it up together. And my act of kindness was I did a favor for someone yesterday. Again, don't really want to get into the details, but someone asked me for help and I helped them, so that's exactly what I did. Now then, it would seem that every time I make one of these videos, at the end I always say I can't wait to see what happens next. In terms of, you know, when Chuggaaconroy is playing his Let's Playing Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And sure enough, like, several amazing things happen in one video. In fact, technically, they weren't like part of his actual recording. It was just him doing his dailies. See, if you don't know, the original Gold and Silver introduced the idea of events in the game happening in real time. Like, say if it's nighttime, you know, actually, if I recall correctly, from 4 a.m. to noon is morning, from noon to 8 is, you know, daytime or afternoon, and 8 o'clock at night to 4 a.m. is nighttime. That's real time. That's actually what they implemented. And as the games got bigger and bigger, there was more stuff to do every day based on either the day of the week or just the time of day. And Chuggaaconroy, being the very smart person that he is, always is recording because you never know what's going to happen. And as he was recording, doing his dailies, he finally managed to capture Raikou, which was great. The last video I did, he caught Entei, and now the video I'm doing now, he captures Raikou, which is great. Although, I do want to bring up a point that Chuggaaconroy very much mentioned already. Entei, Raikou, and Suicune are known as the legendary beasts. A bunch of other people have referred to them as the legendary dogs. The problem with that is they don't look like dogs. If anything, they look more like cats. Right down to the fact that Raikou and Entei look like a tiger and a lion, respectively. Suicune, actually, what does Suicune look like? I mean, maybe a puma or a mountain lion or leopard, I don't know. But yeah, they definitely look more like cats than dogs. which, of course they do. So, in the montage of Chuggaaconroy doing his dailies and recording those dailies, he could have ended then and then, did his normal thing after capturing Raikou. And yes, I'm very well aware that I've been changing the pronunciations of Raikou throughout the video so far. I mean, I've heard Raikou more than Raikou, but I guess, tomato. He could have ended the video. He could have ended the recordings there and then did his normal thing. But then it happens. Last week he got a new partner in Chosen, the now Lantern. And he had originally decided that he was going to have Hitmonchan be his 5th team member. But, as I just said, it happened. He actually captured another shiny. And not just any shiny, a blue shiny. And not just any blue shiny, but a poison shiny in a male Nidoran. See, the shiny Pokemon, for those of you who don't know, have an 8,192 chance of appearing. So, very highly unlikely. I mean, I've done playthroughs of other Pokemon games, never even seen one shiny. I mean, I'll see a shiny here and there, but listen, shiny really is a gimmick. There is nothing significant about them whatsoever. They just look different, which, especially in the case of the male Nidoran line, is really cool. But other than that, it doesn't really offer anything greater than what, a normal colored Nidoran male would give you. But the point is that he caught it. And it's shiny, it's blue, much like his coughing was in his Crystal playthrough. And now it's the 5th member of his team. And he named it Hopkins. I believe after some blue bunny in Animal Crossing. And Hopkins is really coming to his own as, Chuggaaconroy is eventually going to make him a mixed attacker, but he's definitely prioritizing in special moves at the moment. Although, I do need to be the one to say this, because in the last week, Chuggaaconroy got not one, but 2 badges. Specifically from seeing, first you go to Olivine, get the message that you have to go to Cianwood City to get the medicine for the Ampharos that's in the lighthouse in Olivine. And while you're in Cianwood City, that's when you fight Chuck, the gym leader. And then you fight Jasmine in Olivine City. Which you have to surf to Cianwood City when you first go from Olivine to Cianwood City. But after you get your 5th gym badge from, it's supposed to be the 5th gym badge, but Chuggaaconroy did things out of order. So, basically after you get the gym badge from Cianwood City, you're able to use Fly from place to place. So, it's basically the quick travel method of the game. So, after you beat Chuck, you can just fly right over to Olivine City, provided that you actually remember to get the medicine from Cianwood City. So, and hey, Nettle actually had an advantage against the Poliwrath that Chuck has, but hey, had an advantage, which is great. And it was particularly crazy that he actually started with Teeny, the Ambipom, against Chuck, because it would normally have a huge disadvantage against Chuck's fighting types. Trying to think. Right, I was going to talk about Jasmine, the Olivine City gym leader. Okay, Chugga, I know that honestly you were being far too harsh for Hopkins not being able to beat Jasmine on his own when it was your fault in the first place? Okay, so at this point, Chuggaaconroy's moveset for Hopkins has been Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, shoot. I think it might know Ice Beam. No, Shadow Claw. I'm sorry, Shadow Claw. And Focus Blast. Now, Focus Blast was a move that was introduced in Generation 4. You know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and then Heart Gold, Soul, Silver. So that's Generation 4. And for quite a lot of special attacking Pokemon, like Gengar and Alakazam, Focus Blast became pretty much the definitive answer to taking care of those troublesome dark types, specifically Tyranitar. The problem with Focus Blast is it is notoriously inaccurate. Like a 70% accuracy. Like, that stinks. Like, you can only use Focus Blast 5 times, 8 if you have a PP max. And it misses, and there's a 30% chance that it's always going to miss. And sure enough, 3 times in a row against Jasmine, it missed. When Chuggaaconroy had Flamethrower the entire time. Oh my gosh. Really, dude? Just use Flamethrower. Seriously, if I could have redone that whole gym battle. I could have kept that same moveset and just spam Flamethrower. Because you know what? At least with Flamethrower, not only would it have been super effective against the Steel types, but you also would have had a % chance of burning them. Which would have been huge. But alas, that did not happen. Well, Chuggaaconroy got the gym badge anyway, so that's nice. And once you get 7 badges, it triggers a cutscene where Team Rocket has officially taken over the radio broadcasting station in Goldenrod City. And right here, it's when Chuggaaconroy mentioned a very valid point as to why he didn't do it the official way. What do I mean by this? See, the official way that you want to do Gold, Silver, Crystal, and then now Heart Gold, Soul Silver is Violet City first, Azalea Town, and keep in mind, I'm going through gym badges. Violet City, Azalea Town, Goldenrod City, Ecruteak City, Cianwood City, Olivine City, Mahogany Town. However, after Ecruteak City, you have the option of going to Mahogany Town first, and then Olivine, which is what Chuggaaconroy did. And from there, you go to the Lake of Rage, take care of the Red Gyarados, take care of all the Team Rocket related stuff in Mahogany Town, battle Price, and after you presumably beat Price getting your 7th gym badge, that's when you have to go back to Goldenrod to deal with Team Rocket even more. Basically, with Chuggaaconroy doing what he did, you actually get a nice little break from dealing with Team Rocket. Otherwise, you're dealing with them for about 5 hours straight of game time. Which, that is a fair point. It is. I mean, I personally don't see it that way because, I tend to do things in the order that they were supposed to be done. So if I have to wind up battling Team Rocket, for however long it takes me to do it, fine. That's okay. Although, with this new path that Chuggaaconroy did, he was able to go to Route 47, which was never in the original Gold and Silver and Crystal. He got to go to the Johto Safari Zone, which I also believe they didn't have in the original Gold, Silver, Crystal. And on the way there, he was able to teach, his one HM user to rule them all, Polluxen, fly in the most hilarious way possible. And he showed off that double battle. What do I mean by that double battle? Well, there's a double battle that you meet in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, in which it's a couple that's dating, and the guy has an Onyx, and the girl has Cloyster. Yeah, Game Freak knew what they were doing when they did that. They totally did. The sad part is I actually remember when that meme became a thing, way back in the early 2010s. Listen, I've been a Pokemon fan forever. I know about all the crazy memes. The couple I just mentioned, Skitty on Wailord Action. I could go on and on. But yeah, Chuggaaconroy has 7 badges, and now he's about to fight the leader of Team Rocket at the very top of the Goldenrod radio tower. So, if you didn't figure out at this, well, provided you're actually watching this, Team Rocket's plan was to use the radio broadcasting tower and use the radio waves to control Pokemon, which, while is a technical step up from what Team Rocket did in Red, Blue, and Yellow, or in Fire Red, Leaf Green, I gotta go with Chuggaaconroy on this. It's kind of lame. I mean, in the original games, Red, Blue, Yellow, and then Fire Red, Leaf Green, Giovanni, who was your 8th gym battle in those games, and also the leader of Team Rocket, it was him basically taking advantage of a bunch of, troubled youth and kids and forming a gang out of it. That's what Team Rocket was. In Gold, Silver, Crystal, and now Heart Gold, Soul Silver, at this point, Team Rocket had disbanded. Giovanni disbanded Team Rocket after you beat him in the original games. However, there's a few people who were very much overzealous, and 3 years of planning, they're trying to get Team Rocket back together. They're trying to get Giovanni's attention, and in the process, using radio waves to control Pokemon, which again is a step up from the plan is a step up for sure. The motivation, on the other hand, though, yeah, it's kind of weak. I mean, again, Giovanni disbanded Team Rocket with the intention of probably never even dealing with them ever again. And he founded the group. I don't know. I mean, Chuggaaconroy will likely go into that scene where, those two, where Giovanni and a certain someone are going to be talking. And that gives context as to the motivations of your rival. Actually, that's another thing Chuggaaconroy talked about. It's that the rival. The rival's actually not... the rival does... Your rival in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver does have a bit of an arc, which is interesting, but I gotta admit, he's kind of one of the weaker rivals of the series, especially when you know what you're doing. To gain his 5th team member, he had to steal it's presumed that he stole that Sneasel that he has at this point in the game that Chuggaaconroy's at from that one guy in Cianwood City, the same guy where you would get your Shuckle from. Sneasel's easily the better Pokemon, to be sure. And seriously, has anyone ever actually used Shuckle in the original games? Gold, Silver, Crystal, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver? because I haven't, and nor do I plan to. But yeah, Chuggaaconroy's about to, save Goldenrod and take care of the last part of the story, which should be interesting because if you've been following along, or if you yourself ever played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it tends to ramp up in difficulty after you defeat Team Rocket. But I'll probably be talking more on that next week. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like us on our YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very home this video for all you guys watching Joe Renee. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Happy Ash Wednesday, everyone. And remember, no meat today if you're practicing. And remember, if you guys want to talk to us, we're here to lend you always your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.